These 5 hobbies are all accessible, affordable hobbies that are so very old money. And they will have a lot of benefits for you in your life. I've included both intellectual and physical hobbies in this list, and pastimes that I actively partake in myself. With each hobby, I'm going to tell you why old money people enjoy it, what benefits it would have for you in your life, and how you can get started. So let's begin with number 1. Debate societies are a key part of university life at old money institutions in both the UK and the US. At private schools, public speaking is something you receive a lot of extracurricular help with because they know how important this life skill is. Fortunately, it's never too late to learn. Even if you never plan on giving a speech to a big crowd, obtaining public speaking skills is going to be massively advantageous to both your personal and professional life. You know, communication is the number 1 essential skill for human beings, but public speaking is also the number 1 fear for many people. So if you're in that category, it's crucial for you to overcome that fear to be the best man you can be. And once you do, you'll have a newfound confidence that will seep into all other areas of your life. I'm talking about professional interactions, family gathering, and yeah, of course, dating. If you're serious about becoming a better public speaker, look into your local Toastmasters club. I've attended Toastmasters myself, and I can tell you they will provide you with weekly tasks and coaching to help you grow in a supportive environment. If you want to take things a step further, there will even be the opportunity to compete in national Toastmasters public speaking competitions. So this is not an ad for Toastmasters, but this is a great community to consider if you've left college already, because you can't master the art of public speaking while practicing alone at home, and professional courses will be much less frequent and generally much more expensive. If you want to have the wisdom of an old money gentleman, you need to be wise to what's going on in the world. That means catching up with the news, and there's no more old money way to do this than by reading a newspaper. There are several advantages of reading a high quality newspaper like the New York Times over any other form of media. Firstly, you're taking a break from social media and screens. Reading the newspaper is genuinely relaxing. Let's say you decide to get the newspaper delivered once a week. That could be part of a new Sunday relaxation ritual for you. Sit in your pajamas, enjoy a cup of coffee, and catch up on the news. When reading the newspaper, you'll get a deeper insight into current affairs and issues of our time. So you'll be able to form more articulate arguments when you discuss these topics with your peers. Another thing I love about newspapers is that they expose you to views and ideas that are different from what you'd normally see. Social media algorithms have us in an echo chamber. We just keep seeing more and more of what we saw before. Sometimes following the news online feels more like a headache than an education. But high quality journalism will stimulate your intellect with new ideas and help keep you open-minded. And in the newspaper, you'll find guides to what's happening in your city, including new restaurants that are opening. So you'll know all the hottest places before they become social media famous. Now, I have a background in journalism, so maybe I'm a little biased toward newspapers. But I think reading a newspaper is something that would add clear value to your life, both the relaxation of it and the educational element. And it will give you an intellectual edge that your peers who just scroll TikTok for information simply won't have. Everyone should have a physically active hobby in their life. And the most popular choice among old money people is tennis. Unlike golf, polo, and yachting, tennis is very affordable and easy to start playing. And if you do have some extra cash to spend on a new outfit, tennis is one of the few sports that you can look truly elegant while playing. Tennis is often enjoyed at a fairly leisurely pace with some light refreshments, making it a relaxing weekend activity. While old money people might prefer to play at their country club or their own private court, that's far from necessary. Joining a local tennis club is a great way to meet new people, both men and women, while getting some exercise. And just speaking of women, tennis is a great sport to pick up if you're in the dating market because it's played in pairs. And just as many women as men, if not more, enjoy playing tennis. There aren't many other sports that you could invite a girl on a 3rd or 4th date to play with you and likely get a positive response. It could even be a low-pressure first date icebreaker. So it's time to pick up that racket and rediscover the sport of tennis. Old money and charity go hand in hand. Wealthy old money people like to hold fundraising galas, set up charitable foundations, and give generously to important causes. But you don't need a big bank balance to have a big heart. You can instead donate your time by volunteering. And I think this would be a much more fulfilling hobby for you than simply donating money. By dedicating your time and skills, you become part of a cause that is much larger than yourself, and you will see firsthand the impact that the charity can make. Knowing that your actions positively influence the lives of others will be a massive boost to your self-esteem and well-being. It could also help you develop empathy and understanding for others, which will be advantageous both in your personal and professional life. Another great thing about volunteering is that you'll meet a new community of people while you're doing it. You'll feel a sense of belonging as you work together toward a common goal. And you've got to think, if somebody is giving up their time to help others, they're probably a pretty good person to be around. And who knows, volunteering could even be the way that you end up meeting your future wife. If you're not sure what charity to get involved in, I would think about what issues are important to you. Maybe it's the environment, animal rights, or a religious group. Or you could take a look at problems that you see in your local community. You can use websites like Volunteer Match, All for Good, or Idealist, which allow you to search for volunteer opportunities based on location, cause, and skills. And finally, old money people often have two problems on their hands: too much time and too much money. Collecting solves both of these problems. Whether it's art, artifacts, or something more ordinary like stamps and coins, collecting is a very popular old money hobby. When you're a collector, you have to research and learn about the items that you're buying. That helps you delve into history and build specialist knowledge on a certain subject. And if you care about history and heritage, as most old money people do, then you're helping preserve the past by looking after your collection. When you maintain and care for your collectibles, you're ensuring that they'll still be there for the future generations. And one day you might have the opportunity to pass down your collection to your children, creating a sense of family legacy. Collecting also provides the opportunity to connect with like-minded individuals who have similar interests to you. That might be through local clubs, online communities, or real-life events dedicated to the genre of the thing that you're collecting. Collectibles can also become wise investments if they go up in value over time. So what would be a good thing to collect? If you're into style, you might want to collect a certain accessory like ties, cufflinks, or wristwatches. For example, you could have fun trying to build a collection of ties with different patterns, different brands, and different eras. Something I used to collect, which I plan on getting back into, was vintage Playboy magazines. I loved how these magazines were a time capsule to a different era, and I think it helped me get the inspiration to start this channel. Gentlemen, I hope this video has been useful and entertaining for you. I want to hear from you in the comments. Do you participate in any of the hobbies I mentioned in this video? If so, what value do they add to your life? Or perhaps you have a different hobby that you enjoy. If so, I would love it if you could share that with us. Now, if you're a big fan of the old money lifestyle, but you don't want to dress like every other guy following this trend, then I have the video for you. Check out my 5 variations on the old money aesthetic, where I will show you how to put your own unique spin on this trend. And as always, thank you very much for watching and supporting the channel.